And we are live.
And he did it anyway. Thanks for the heads up, Bill.
You're welcome.
I cannot. Hey, shut the hell up.
Ooh, shit. Damn. You tell him.
Actually, you know what? Until the string's up, I'll just turn it all the way down.
What's up? Not much, country fan. What's up, Justin? How you, man?
Gas prices.
That's true.
But I tell you one thing that ain't up, Joe Biden's IQ.
Yeah, that's about true there. Awesome. Good.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
So, guys, just to let y'all know, I am streaming on 2 different channels tonight. So, in case you see me live, if you get a notification from both channels of mine, I'm trying this for the first time. So, I wanted to see how this would do. So,
Wow, Bill's live.
I know, right? She's got candy over there.
Yep.
Mango like candy.
At some point, it'll get me to your damn channel.
Sorry. Elsa, what's up, Elsa?
Damn, it don't look like anybody's on your Wild Bill channel.
That's all right.
As long as they're here, we don't care what channel they're on.
What's up there, Dan the Devil Entertainment? Chipmunk boy.
Hey, geez, took me long enough.
Oh, yeah.
Justin says, howdy, Trish.
Howdy! Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I just my peanut butter candy.
Oh, nice. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. Homemade peanut butter candy.
Candy. Like I said, Mango likes candy.
I want candy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was a flash from the past.
So what? Nice. Oh, So everybody's doing good tonight.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are wondering what I'm doing here tonight, streaming on Wednesday night, taking up Trish's stream time. I've got another unboxing. It's really cool. And this is like the one thing I've been waiting on here for a while. This is the Mac Daddy of the unboxings of the Metallica stuff that I've got. I have a question for everyone. What do you all think of Trace Adkins' song called Country Boy Problems off the album Something's Going On? I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, so I can't tell you.
Anyway.
That's right. And for those of y'all who don't know, I hooked up my Roku today thanks to Robert. He's awesome. I got that up and running, and so yeah. And he helped me able to get some other stuff on there that wasn't on there. So that's awesome too. And like I said again, brother, I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, cool. So I don't want to take up no more of y'all's time than I had planned on. But before I get into this, I just wanted to say in case there's certain people out there in the world watching, okay, bands. I've never been, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've said this before. I've never been a big fan of reissues or re-releases or rehashes, whatever you want to call them, unless they're done right. Especially if it's an album, say a band has been out, say, for instance, as long as Metallica for 40 years or more, right? Actually, I think their 40th anniversary is next year. So, and being out that long, sometimes bands have a thing to where sometimes their albums come out of print or whatever, just because they've had such a longevity or something. Or it's something to where, it's an anniversary of an album and they want to do something special that maybe they couldn't have done back in the original day. And a lot of times when artists do that, they give you a little something extra, so it sort of kind of makes it worth your while. Unless you're a certain artist out there who just loves to rehash shit just because they got nothing else better to do, and expects their fucking fans to buy the shit. We all know who I'm talking about. I don't want to ruin this unboxing, but let's just put it like this. His initials is GB, and I don't mean good boy. Okay? Anyway, so I wanted to show the world what a real release looks like. Okay? So we'll get this. It's cool as hell because it's actually got Metallica tape on the box there, which is neat. She has a little bit more of a. So
okay, they have their own tape.
Yeah,
that is awesome. I love it.
And no, that's not bubble wrap. Oh my god! Look, see, it comes inside this nice foam fucking box, so it doesn't get damaged and shit. Oh god, this thing's heavy as shit. Now, look how thick this monster is. Okay, so we have the Black Album Remastered, 14 CDs, 6 LPs, 6 DVDs, and so much more. Includes the original Black Album remastered on 180-gram vinyl and CD, Sad But True picture disc, Live at Wembley EP, Live in Moscow double LP, 2 interview CDs, 5 CDs of demos and rough mixes, 6 live CDs, 6 live and behind-the-scenes DVDs, plus a lyric folder, 3 lithios, a lanyard, tour laminates, 3 guitar picks, and a 120-page book.
Holy shit!
Right. So that's what the cover looks like. Okay? Now, the thing about the Black Album was that's not the actual name of the album. The actual name of the album is just titled Metallica. That's all it is. But this was their 5th album in the catalog. But because of the black cover, and you could barely see the logo and the little snake logo at the bottom, it was dubbed the Black Album, and it's been called that, for years now. Even the band itself call it the Black Album. So when you hear someone talk about Metallica's Black Album, that's what they're referring to. That's a lot. Exactly, Elsa. Let's see here. And the cool thing I like about it too is it comes with, it's almost like Christmas. It comes with this thing on the back that tells you like all your track listing and all that stuff on what's what. And then the back has Metallica with the snake logo and the official like licensed Metallica sticker there. So, without further ado, we're going to get in this bad boy. So, I am going to open this up. First thing we get is bubble wrap. Awesome. So, it's the Black Album on LP. That's the front, and that's the back. You got the lyric sheet that's pretty much been the standard for a lot of years now, which is pretty cool. And you've got it's 2 LPs. Yeah, okay. So you got 2 LPs on just plain black vinyl. But what I love is one thing I've always known about Metallica is they give you these nice sleeves with the poly insides of them, so your records don't get scratched up and everything. Like most artists nowadays or companies nowadays, they'll just give you those shitty paper inner sleeves, and they're not good for your records. They're really not, because they wind up getting scratched like that. But all their releases, which I love about Metallica, is they give you those nice lined inner sleeves like that. And so that is really cool. Oh, having a trouble putting this one back in. There we go. So that's the Black Album. Put this over here. Slide this over a little bit. I'll put this back in here too, so that don't get messed up. Awesome. Now, here is the sad but true picture disc. It's hard to see, but it has the snake logo engraved into the album there. And then that's what the back of the paper looks like. I don't know if what's etched on the back of the record. So we'll take a look at that too. Because most picture discs have, or oh man, that's the back.
Oh.
That is kick ass. And like I said, there's the front. So you can see the snake logo there. So, yep, that's cool. So that's the second vinyl. This is something that that a lot of people, one of the albums a lot of people's been interested in is Metallica, live at Wembley Stadium, London, April 20th, 1992. This was the Freddie Mercury tribute concert that after Freddie Mercury had died, and this was the show they played. They only did like 3 songs, but just to have this on vinyl is kick ass, because like I said, they played a tribute to Freddie Mercury, which is really, really cool. And this, to me, is one of the albums I have been waiting on for a long time. Metallica. This is live at Tushino Airfield, Moscow, Russia, September 28th, 1991. This is the show that I told everybody about, that they played over 1.6 million people in Moscow. This is the actual vinyl record of that show. And I love these because it's a gatefold and got the inside picture there, which is awesome as hell. Then again, you got your It's your standard black vinyl, but and the nice poly inner sleeves again. So that's cool. So that is cool. Now here is the this is a folder, and it's got lyrics sheets in it from when James was writing the lyrics. These are actually reprints of it, but they say what he would do a lot of times would he would keep the lyrics guarded, wouldn't let anybody see them until he got ready to sing them. Then he'd show them to the band. But he would like do sketches and stuff like that all over them and everything. Like there's the front and back. And it was a funny thing. He always used like legal pads when he did it. So that was pretty cool. Like this one here has got a little picture of a guy on the top of it there, which is pretty cool. But it's the lyrics to all the songs in here. And then on the back, they have the lyrics again to Enter Sandman with some pictures and look like some replicas of old tour passes or whatever, which is pretty fat. And then the download for the box set, your digital download, which is nice. And then these are your 3 lithos. They're of like magazine covers that was done back in the day. One of them is for a Rip magazine, which is pretty cool. And then you have, I'm not sure which one this is for, but that's them again. There. And this is for Kerrang magazine back in the day. And all these were took by the famous photographer Ross Halfin, or Halflin, however you say his name. Like I think he has actually photoed just about every band on the planet at one time. So, and then this is this is heavy as hell. This is the 120-page Howard Bound book of stories from the Black Album, the tour, like photos like that. Just a lot of them is like never before seen photos of the band, stories, everything. Just like Jason Newsted said that I heard him talking the other day, talking about he could tell you where every picture in this album in this book was taken, whatever, because he just has a memory just like that or whatever. See, that's that picture from when they played in Moscow right there. That's awesome. Now they toured for almost. See, they actually had their own jet at one time. You made it when you have your own jet. Anyway, that's just, I'm not going to show every picture, but I think that's killer. And then this is the meat and potatoes of the box set. You got you have got the Black Album on CD. You got pretty much the standard booklet that's always been in there. But one thing I love about these that they do is, most people when they do these cardboard things like this, they don't do anything. These actually have sleeves that the CDs go in, so it helps protect your CDs and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I love that. And so this is the live album or the thing there on CD. These are like interviews, and the thing I love about this, man, is like they don't skimp out on them. Like they've got like photos and everything on all of these. Like they're 2 album, like so these are like 2 CD sets. They've got the sleeves in them and everything to do with the rest of them. And they actually have the Metallica on the sleeves. So this is like two CDs of just interviews and stuff they did for back then. This is rough mixes and demos. There's another one there. Shows you all the songs on the inside and everything. And then that's the back cover. And then the one thing, I mean, it even has them on the spine, which is cool. I mean, they didn't cheap out on anything on any of these, and that's what I like about it. And then this one's just a pre-production rehearsals and radio edits of the songs off the album, and that's pretty cool. And then the back one, this is just a single one here, and that's the back cover for those. I'll put those back. So that's that. And then like, oh shit, get in there. I mean, this one is live at the Memory something Mannheim, Germany, May 22nd, 93. So this album come out in 91, August of 91. And they toured for over like 2.5, 3 years off this album. They did over 300 and something dates. They played anywhere from a hockey arena to whatever. And see, the thing I love about this, okay, this is the 1.5 years in the life of Metallica outtake DVDs. The Making Tread on Me, Sad But True, Inner Sandman, The Making of Unforgiving. So it shows them inside the studio and stuff, making the album and everything, just outtakes and stuff from it and different things. And then actually down here, they actually have a lanyard, which is pretty cool. You can put, so that's awesome with that. That was, and then here is rough and alternate mixes. And like I said, they didn't skimp out on any of these. I mean, there's a picture there. There's one on the back. And then they actually have like pictures on the inside with the actual like track listings and everything. Now, what people don't understand is, now these are just not regular shows and stuff like this. This is some shit from the Day on the Green, Oakland, California, October 12th, 1991. I think this is a CD, I think. But anyway, all this stuff is from this album's tour. That's the thing that people don't understand. Like, some people's like, oh, people just throw in live shit from whenever. No, these are actually shows from this tour. Oh, covers and B-sides. Like, they did covers on here. Like they did like Queen Stone Cold Crazy, which is pretty cool. They did some B-sides. One thing I could always say about Metallica was they may have been a metal band and everything, but one thing I could always say about them was they would always pay tribute to those people who influenced them and everything. And like, so when they did like the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, like I saw footage where actually James got up on stage and played a Queen song with the band of Queen, because Freddie Mercury was dead or whatever. And like, he was like a kid, he was like a fucking kid on stage. He was just like blown away because he got to play with the guys from Queen and shit. But yeah, so here's like a cover of another show. And then, like I said, the inside of it, none of this stuff, man, is like, and like, here is replicas of, all right, here's the 3 guitar picks from the guys in the band. And then like, here's a tour pass. Actually, They toured with Guns N' Roses for a little while on that tour. So that's with them and Guns N' Roses. And then this was the Wherever I May Roam tour, 92. Laminate for that, like your backstage pass and stuff. This was band personnel thing. You did that band personnel wore back then. And here's another one they did, Nowhere Else to Roam tour. 91, 92, and 93. See, like that, it had it where you'd put your face there, a picture of you, and your name and everything. And it was, I guess it's kind of like a thing for like fan club members and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then here's a few more things. This is a DVD right here, live at Genau Station in Copenhagen, Denmark. See, a lot of people don't know this, but Lars Ulrich is actually from Denmark. And this is live at Frankenhill, Nuremberg, Germany, 92. And so you've got, that's there, and it's got all the tracks on the back. And then this one is live at Festival Park, Worcester, Belgium, July 4th, 93, music videos and Halfland Home movies, DVD. So there's like 2 or 3 discs in this one alone, but like there's the picture, and then you got the back, and then like I said, man, they didn't skimp out on any of these. And there's actually one more in here. It's Wherever I May Roam DVD. And these are like, I think they're like videos from like just different places, stops on the tour or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Like it's a collage of like the different, I guess, like different places in the tour. But that's it. I mean, but what I'm saying is for like people that want to buy, like one thing I can say about Metallica, when they do something, they don't skimp out, they don't half-ass. They bring things to their fans that are worth something, like these shows that they do and stuff. That's why they keep them archive of everything they do. I mean, I would freak out, man, if I ever got a chance to walk in the Metallica vaults and just see what they had. I mean, there were a lot more that they probably could have put in this box set, but I think they wanted to try for the fans. They wanted to try to keep it as cheap as they could and not like, make it too expensive for the fans and stuff. And I respect that for, Metallica for doing that. Because really they could have actually done another box set and put out another thing of this, and probably from all the shows of that tour, and they could probably do a part 2 of this and it would be just as big. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Metallica Black Album box set reissue. The album is remastered and everything. And I just wanted to say that when this album came out in 91, it was one of the best sounding records sonically that had been put out in a long time. And the producer was producer Bob Rock, who produced like Motley Crue, Bon Jovi. He's done some other bands and stuff. He said that for years, even like a decade or so later, that when bands would put out their album, they said, we want to have that bottom, we want to have that power, we want to have that sound of Metallica's Black Album, because it was the best produced album probably for decades. And up till I think a few years ago, this album still sold 1 million copies a year, and it's still one of the best selling metal albums to date. And that's just how great it is. I mean, it's one of those albums that stands the test of time, and it always will be. And I don't know what you can really say, but all I can say is that they cut no corners when it came to that. And I got one other thing I wanted to show right quick. They did for those people that didn't get the box set, and if you wanted some of the tracks and stuff from that album, they came out with a special 3-disc version of the Black Album Remastered. And actually, what's funny with this one is they did a different cover for this one, because usually the Metallica logo is in this corner and the snake's in this corner. Well, this time Metallica's going this way and the snake is in the corner down here, which is cool. And then it's got songs and stuff. It's a 3-disc set with like a booklet full of like photos. I haven't opened it yet, but I might later. But that's, if somebody wanted that and just to have some stuff from the actual what's in the remastered, that's a good thing to pick up right there. But that's it. That's all I've got. But we're gonna hang out and talk and all that good stuff too. But I just wanted to say, like, for those people out there that have the clout to put shit out, have the money to put shit out, but don't want to, if you're not willing to give your fans what they pay for, then what's the point in doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like Metallica, yeah, they could have put out that box set and could have skimped on it and just did like generic sleeves and stuff for the DVDs and CDs and stuff like that. But they didn't. They put the time, they put the work into it, the care that their fans deserve. I mean, that's why they're still around almost 40 years later and still the biggest band on the planet, because of the way they treat their fans and stuff and the things that they do. And that's just not, I mean, they've done, that's the 5th box set they've done like that. They started from their very first album, Kill 'Em All, and that's the 5th one they've done. But they have really like every time they do one of those box sets, they sell out, and then they become really hard to get. Like the one box set for the not for Kill 'Em All, but for the Master of Puppets album, you can't get any more, and they go for about $2,000 on fucking eBay. And people are stupid if they pay that for it. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. But I know there's certain artists out there that own their own masters and stuff. And, I don't, like I said, if you're going to reissue stuff, give the fans a little something extra. Just don't like, I'm just going to reissue an album just because I want money or whatever. Because that to me, that turns me off quicker than any other thing on the planet. And I don't give a damn how much I like a band. If they're going to sit there and just reissue shit just because, I got a fucking loyal fan base that thinks I don't do nothing fucking wrong, and I damn just want to reissue shit because, I can, but don't want to give no damn body nothing fucking for it, then you might as well just quit fucking doing it altogether. Simple fact to it all. I mean, if anybody would say that, oh, well, look at that box set, what'd you get? I mean, think about it. You got 6 fucking you got, 6 LPs, or 5, something like that. I mean, like all those CDs and DVDs and stuff you got, that booklet. I mean, that's just the little tour passes and the pics and stuff with just kind of extra stuff thrown in there, just, for collectors, people that like that kind of stuff, But to me, I mean, yeah, it was like 200 and something bucks for that box set, but it was worth every dime, because look at all that extra content you get. You're just not getting the album remastered. I mean, you're getting all those all that other stuff. And, it'll take a while for somebody to actually go through and watch all that and listen to all that stuff and everything. So it gives you, plenty of stuff to listen to if you really want to dig into really deep into it and everything. And which I plan on doing one of these days, even if I don't get to listen to it, a little bit of it at a time. But what can you really say? I mean, I'll be honest with you, if I was I've always dreamed about, like, if I was an artist, what I would do for my fans and stuff like that. And I'd just be damned if I would just go out here and reissue a fucking album just because, now if it was the record label and I had no say over it, that's one thing. But when you own your own masters like Metallica does, and they can do whatever they want to with their music, that's what's really cool. And to bring these box sets out like that right there, to give fans not only just a chance to get the album, but to get all that extra music and shows and stuff like that, that's really cool. And that's what it's about. I've known people that put out box sets that don't offer any other fucking content. They're like 5 or 6 CDs with all their old fucking shit on it. They could have thrown in a DVD of a fucking concert or something somewhere. But no, I got to rehash the old shit over and over and over again because that's what my fans want. Actually, no, it's not. I would rather have had, one CD of the new record and maybe throw in maybe some live tracks that no one's ever heard before, or maybe even some rare cuts of stuff that no one's ever heard before. Or, maybe doing like some videos or something. No, can't do that because I have to be a jackass. Well, you get what you pay for, I guess, is what they say. So, yep. That's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to say that I think that's a kick-ass set. To me, it's worth every dollar that I paid for it. I wanted to bring that to y'all guys to show y'all that when bands say that, oh, we're doing something special for our fans, and you go out and you buy the fucking record and there's nothing fucking special, then a barf bag, LOL. I know, right? So when a band say that, oh, we're doing something special for our fans, and then you get it and it's crap, yeah. Now you know what you can hold your standards up to. So, and the thing that I liked about those things were, and like I said too, I mean, they could have when they did the vinyl in there, they could have done the real shitty paper inner sleeves that scratch up your fucking records and shit, but they didn't. They used those nice poly-lined fucking inner sleeves and shit like that. Put your records in to keep them protected. And then like that picture disc, that was fucking awesome. I mean, I've known people to do picture disc and only do one side, and the other side just a regular record. That had, printed on both sides and stuff, which was really fucking cool. And like I said, I mean, it's, you can put the money out there and give people shit, or you can put the money out there and give people good credit, but give people good stuff. But all in all, when it sells, then you've done something right. And they've been doing something right for 40 years, I guess. That's why people still buy their stuff. But they still go on tour and sell out all the concerts. They play everywhere. So I guess when it's all said and done, we'll still see who's been probably standing in another 10 years. Yep. So y'all can put in whatever y'all think or whatever. That's pretty cool. So
Now that is a freaking awesome box set.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. See, now I'm not even a fan. Probably could not even tell you a single song that Metallica's done. I've probably heard quite a few and just didn't realize who I was listening to. I don't have anything
Yep.
against them. I've just never been, a huge follow around Metallica fan.
Yeah.
But if any artist can top that, I would like to see it.
I know, right?
Seriously. Garth could release stuff till the day he dies and not top that right there.
I know. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you think about it. I mean, that's shows and stuff that people has probably never got to heard before. Because a lot of the, like 99.9% of that stuff, except for the actual album, people haven't heard before. Or if they have heard, it was a bootleg, probably trash version of it on YouTube somewhere. And see, and let me tell y'all something, just to give y'all a little hint. Metallica put every one of those remastered cuts that they did, or versions of it, or whatever, on YouTube for the whole time that you were able to pre-order this box set. And those people that pre-ordered the box set got downloads, like they were giving out downloads early from the box set of like different tracks from the box set during the whole time that it was you took pre-orders or whatever. Like every couple of weeks or something like that, you would get an email with a new download in it or whatever. Then, not only that, I mean, they've got an album coming out. I think it may have come out Friday, and it's called The Blacklist, where all those different artists did songs, their versions of their favorite songs from Metallica, and which I think is really cool. I might actually pick that one up too, because there were some versions on there I thought was really good, like the Chris Stapleton "Nothing Else Matters" and
The digital album comes out Friday. The physical comes out in October.
Okay.
Because I just looked it up on their website.
Oh, okay.
Because I was thinking it came out Friday.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, so, and like they had like John Party doing "Wherever I May Roam," and they had some other artists doing some really, really cool versions of their stuff. And I mean, like I said, and the thing I love about the Blacklist album were the ones where the other artists doing, all that money goes to charity, and that goes to their All Within Their Hands Foundation, where they donate money to like stuff like fires and floods and different things like that to help the community out and stuff like that. They're doing a thing right now with Carhartt, where if you buy Carhartt stuff, the money goes to within the All Within Your Hands Foundation. So like when they were doing like when they had some of the floods and stuff here a little while back and the wildfires and stuff, they were doing like meals and stuff for victims and stuff like that. It goes to all that kind of stuff. And and Carhartt's they're also doing like a scholarship thing through Carhartt, where you can I think like so much money goes to like a scholarship or something like that for like a trade school or something like that. So it's pretty cool. I mean, they do. I mean, that's one thing I can say about them, man. They in 40 years they've come a long way from just a bunch of like crazy teenage kids, because I think it was like 18, 19 maybe when they put out their first album. I mean, and to come from what they have and all the controversy and bullshit they've been through over the years against their fight against Napster and all that stuff. People can say what they want to, but Metallica does a lot for a lot of people, and they're I just think that's cool within itself. So you people can take it and leave it however they want to, but they could just be out here making money for themselves and not doing anything else with it. But they they care about people and they try to do what they can for people, and that's awesome. So
Yeah, it really is, especially when you have artists out here who will donate a shit ton of money to a hospital and then sue to get it back.
I know, right?
Yep.
I know. I know somebody like that.
Yeah.
He's that same guy that puts out Lane box sets.
Yeah.
I love that Elsa said barf bag, LOL. Yeah. So, I mean, I just think it's cool when people do shit like it. And like I said, that shows you what you can do when you're on your own fucking music, you know? Because, you know, when you're like, gee, I wonder who that is, LOL. I know, right? When you can do your own masters and put out what you want, that's cool. And we know someone else who owns their own masters that don't do shit with them, that probably shouldn't own their fucking masters.
No.
Oh yeah.
Although I am for artists retaining all the rights to their music, some people just don't do it in a good way.
Yeah, except for that one. I would agree with that. Except for that one. Artists should own what they do.
Yep.
They should own their masters, except for that one artist.
Yep.
I mean, we all know one artist, fan or not, we all know one artist that is geniusly getting hers back by simply re-recording all of her original material. And yes, she's re-releasing it, but she is putting a shit ton of stuff to go along with it, so the fans are not just buying the same old, same old. You're getting a shit ton of bonus material.
Yep. So, I mean, I'm kudos to that. You know, like I said, I don't really care. We know who that is. That's Taylor. And like I said, I don't really care for her, but I think what she's doing is awesome. And, you know, if you can't get your masters, then you fuck them that way by damn, you know, re-recording your shit. And then you can own your own masters.
Make the original,
ain't nothing nobody else can do about it.
Worthless.
Yep.
Yep. You make that original masters completely worthless.
Yep. And believe me too, right? Believe me, that the ones that own her original masters are going to try to put more shit out. That's my favorite Metallica song on Country Fan. Oh, that is a tough one. Might be the Four Horsemen off the first record. But Double Pull, there you go. But but no, I mean, you know, she's doing the right thing by doing that. And whether, like I say, whether I disagree, you know, whether I care for her as an artist or not, you know, if that's the only way she can get her music, then kudos to her, you know. And you know what's going to happen is those people that own her original masters are going to try to re-release those albums somewhere down the line and try to make money off of them. But I hope her fans are not gullible enough to try to buy that shit either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. But here's the thing, Bill. The person that had those sold them to someone else with the agreement that she was not to be told about the deal until after it went through, or they would back out on the deal. And with the deal being that whatever happened to those, he still gets part of the money for whatever they use them for. So he still wants to make money off of them, even though he no longer owns them. It was part of the deal.
Yeah.
To the people that bought the masters, for those that are smart enough to figure out what we're talking about without mentioning names, for the people who bought those, take them outside, take your video camera, take some lighter fluid, Okay, I'm sure you can take it from there and then put the video of it on YouTube and make a shit ton of money.
Yep. That's right.
Because that's not making money with the masters. That's just making money on YouTube, which
Yep.
he is entitled to zero.
That's right.
Oh, and invite Taylor to the fire. Sure,
Yep.
she'd really.
But I am going to say this, and I am going to say this, and like I said, people know my stance. But if someday she's ever able to actually get her original masters too, that'd be good for her too. You know, so
yeah,
you know, like I said, I mean, I think any artist should have the right to their catalog no matter what, because they're the creators of it. Just because somebody gives you money to produce an album and they give you money to see, really, and this is kind of going down another road, another avenue, but you take nowadays, like, really, honestly, if an artist, okay, I'm looking at probably a window of probably 5 years, maybe a little bit more, of to the day when physical media will be no longer a thing. And I'm talking about CDs, vinyl, all that stuff. I just look at it to a point to where it's going to come down. It's going to come to that day, and everything's going to be on digital format. It's going to be all streaming or download or whatever. You know what that does, right? That cuts out the record label, because no longer will an artist need a record label to make it. Because you take, for instance, I'll give you an example, Jacob's Well. They can write an album. They can put it up on Spotify. They can put it up on, iTunes, Apple Music, all these streaming services or whatever. If they want to make a physical CD and sell it through like PayPal or on a website or something like that, kudos to them. Good for them. You know, if they still want to give people a chance at physical media, they're doing it without a record label. They're doing it without any finance backing of a record label. So I'm looking at a few years from now, a lot of these record labels that are out here fucking all these people by damn doing all this shit, guess what? You're going to be going under soon, because with nowadays, if you can go out and you can buy your Pro Tools or whatever and make your own little home studio, which all you really need is a computer and a way to, plug up your instruments and stuff like that and be able to record them through mics and stuff like that. You can produce your own albums, record, produce, master, all that. And truthfully, everything is yours then, because you don't have no record label worrying. You don't have to go through a record label, and you own your own masters. So, these fuckers out here that think that they're achieving something by not giving an artist their masters back, or charging a shit ton of money for their masters and shit. It ain't gonna do you no good in the long run, because hell, I mean, when an artist can go out here and create music on their own and put it out, they don't need you no more. So, yeah. Or if you're lucky enough, like Metallica, and have their own record label and put out their own shit, then they can do whatever they want to. And, so that's what I think is cool about it. So these people out here, like, what's his name, or whoever it is that owns Taylor's Masters, yeah, you think you're going to make money off that shit? Well, guess what? When people go out and buy her new stuff, they're going to forget about the old shit, and you're not going to make no money off of it anyway, so you're just being a dumbass.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, see,
the minute that he got hold of it, and the fans found it out, they swore they would never buy anything through that company associated with her ever again. And the minute she said she was re-releasing it to get the masters back, Every fan of hers that is a true fan and understands the process said in that moment, we'll buy the new. We refused to buy the old or even stream the old because we don't want him getting money off of it.
That's right.
I think Taylor should just open her own damn record company
Yep.
and sign artists and immediately let them have the rights and the masters to their work. She knows how it works because she's been through it.
Yep.
Hell, she could probably run a company better than most of the executives in Nashville.
Probably. Hell, I mean, most of those fucking record labels nowadays are. See,
No.
we're talking. Me and Chuck are talking about doing, and this is really going to be interesting. We're talking about doing an episode of our podcast about why Metallica gets so much heat or hate because of some things they've done in the past. And one of them was their fight against Napster, because a lot of people felt like that Metallica was just being greedy, and they're like, oh well, they're millionaires and they got all this money. Why do they need to? Why do they care if we download some of their songs or whatever it is? It's not about the money. It's about someone taking your intellectual property without asking you for it. Okay? That was the big deal that people didn't understand. And that's why still to this day that a lot of people treat Metallica the way they do, because they felt like that their fight against Napster was about money and not about, but it wasn't. It was about them taking how it all started, which is actually, I'll wait for when the podcast comes out when we do it, but it's an interesting topic and I think y'all enjoy it because I want to go deep into that subject and how it all started and all that shit. But I will say this: it all started with a song they did for a soundtrack, and it got leaked to the internet or leaked to radio stations, and they hadn't even put the song out, pretty much. But we'll go through all that stuff when it gets to that episode. But
Okay.
But because of Napster and because of file sharing and shit like that, that's why the fucking record industry's in the tank right now. Because if it wouldn't have been, if people would have stood up and fought the way they were supposed to, and fought for some kind of legislation to combat some of that shit, you wouldn't have the problems that they have now. See, back in the day, artists actually made money off the albums they sold. Nowadays, record labels are getting like 90% of the fucking money. And now that's why bands, you go out here and you see bands touring so much, because that's the only way they're making fucking money. Like, I hate to say this, but that's just like you see some of these old bands that were like big in the 80s now, and they come back touring. They're not even, a lot of them are not even the original lineup, and some of them are just, they haven't done it in so long. They're just embarrassing themselves, but they need the money. But it's one of those things where you're talking about where you stay at the dance too long. And I mean, I feel bad for some of the bands, don't get me wrong, but nowadays, I mean, and even if those old bands put out new music, they're not making any fucking money off of it. I mean, it's just fucked up like that. And that's why I say, like, when that way I can say, when artists have a chance to either buy your masters or start your own record, if you have your own masters, and you got the money to start your own label where you can just put out your stuff however you want to, then good for you, because you'll actually start making money off some of the stuff that you created over the years. You know, so that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, and so like with Taylor, man, I mean, you know, she's re-recording her music and stuff, and I've known other bands to do that same thing because they had such shitty contracts back in the day, and now they're going back and re-recording their old shit so they'll have something to make money off of. And you know, I think it's almost like putting out a book, and you know, no one makes money off of, you don't make money off of it, but everybody else does. And you're sitting there thinking, well, damn, people getting rich off of my fucking content, which is bullshit. I should be getting the money off of it, not somebody else. You know? That's just me. I read Facebook that Britney Spears' father is ending conservatorship thing. I won. Reason so he couldn't go under oath. I think they think why hell he took so long. Now say I end now because I don't want to be questioned, I guess is what he's trying to say. That's probably one of the reasons why.
He's trying to avoid going to damn jail.
Yeah. That's right, because he's an ass clown. 1-800.
Yeah, they were talking about it. Oh, Alvin, that reminds me. Alvin, you need to watch Philip DeFranco for today. Should be in the first 5 to 10 minutes of it. It's not that long of an episode. Anyway, he talks about Britney, or Britney's dad. Yeah, most people are thinking that he just don't want to have to sit down and go through questions about where the money went, what he did with it, you know, what he's been up to. He don't want to have to answer questions.
Because they're going to make him look like a jackass. He get up on the fucking stand up there.
Isn't JoJo the one that played in RV with Robin Williams? If so, then I do know she is. I'm going to have to Google that. Okay. Yep, that's her.
Yep.
Well, I do know who that is.
Oh, and there's another statement that I wanted to put out too, in case certain people are listening and they can go back and tell that person or whatever. When you've put out songs and you've released them before, and then you put them in a box set and say, oh, they're bonus tracks. I'm sorry, but they're not fucking bonus tracks. And if you only put them on like either the CD or the vinyl, or you put them on the vinyl and not the CD or whatever, that's not fucking bonus tracks. I'm sorry. But especially when it's the same fucking bonus tracks that you released before. I can understand if you put those albums out and say, look here, you know, I'm giving you one new bonus track for each album. Okay. I could see that. But they're the same bonus tracks that you released the first time all those years ago. And truthfully, they're not really all that great. Except for maybe two.
Technically, when you release them one time as bonus tracks, they're no longer bonus tracks.
That's right. They become boner tracks because you fucking people with them then.
Yeah, there you go. You know, if you want to, I'm just going to throw this out there if you don't mind. If you really want to give somebody a bonus track on something, but you don't want to take the time to go in the studio and sit down and record something, or stand, whatever you do, how about you just go get a hold of those songs that you've released but are not on any albums anywhere, and none of the fans can buy them on a full album or not? Why don't you stick those on an album as a bonus track, you dumbass?
That's right.
You know,
I mean, like I said,
what was it? I'm not good. One a good example, The Call. You know, with what's her name? The
Trisha
one who
Yearwood?
should be more famous than you. Oh, that's right, Trisha
Yeah.
Yearwood.
Yeah. Yeah. Boner tracks. Because now you just got fucked for buying them again.
Yeah.
You get all worked up and then get all quiet.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was trying to and I went from 0 to pissed in less than a blink of an eye.
That's right. So, those people out there who work for such and such artists, or run their fan club pages and stuff like that, when you watch this video and you see the unboxing and you see all the shit that people got in a real release, in a real reissue, then you'll understand why people get so pissed off when you release the same bullshit all the fucking time. I mean, come on. I mean, how many times can you release the same fucking song? I mean...
Well, let's see.
I will say the only disappointment that I have with that whole box set is that I wish that they would have made color versions of it, where you could have got the vinyl on different colors or something. Say if they'd have had a box set where the vinyl were all red or something like that, or a splatter vinyl or something like that. But because I hate to say it, but just plain black vinyl gets boring after a while. But I'm not complaining about the content at all, and really, that's not even really anything to really bitch about. I just think that would have been cool, is all. But I understand that sometimes when you start offering colors like that, stuff gets expensive because sometimes some of those colors are hard to get and stuff. So, I get it. So, and even though, and I'm going to say this, and even though those albums there, and here's another thing, Mr. Numbnuts. Instead of releasing a box set with the fucking albums and the CDs in them, okay, be smart to give people a digital download or whatever instead. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like that, for instance, you take now. You could put all those CDs in your computer and burn them, or you can go to get the download code and download everything that's in that box set. So actually, really, if you look at it, you're getting a box set twice, because you're getting the physical media and you're getting the digital download version of it.
Oh my God! Wait. You're getting the physical media and you're getting the digital download, which is like buying the box set twice. Hey, Garth, listen up. I just figured out how do you double your sales. If you really want to pad those numbers, you release a box set like he just said with a shit ton of your stuff in it. And in that same box set, you give the fans a code for the digital download of everything in that box set. Every time somebody buys one copy, you get credit for 2 sales because they're getting the digital download version too. See, now every time you sell one, you're selling 2.
Sure. Now we'll have a rehash talked about next week. It'll be coming. It's all your fault.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sorry.
Right. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I'm releasing Legacy 2, and it's gonna be better than the first one. Really.
This one's gonna come with its own digital download version.
And I'm also gonna use nice inner sleeves and stuff like that. It's gonna be way better than the last box set. Garth, quit watching my VR. Type in Garth. Quit watching my YouTube videos.
That's right. That's right. And if that happens, we are taking full credit.
That's right.
Right here, right now.
Don't give them any ideas, woman.
Sorry.
See, funny thing about it was when I bought that Injustice for All box set. When I got the digital download, I thought it was just for like the vinyl versions of the albums. Come to find out, it was the whole fucking box set. Probably the only thing you won't get is like digital versions of the DVDs, which I understand that. But all the like new CD stuff and vinyl stuff, you'll get a damn digital download of that, which is awesome because you could take like, for instance, that Moscow show and burn it onto a CD or something. You could have a CD version of it too.
I've never seen a cat that wants to do backflips.
Nice.
I swear to God, you know how you'll just set a cat down or you'll just toss it? No. My son holds the cat. And he's got it trained, apparently. He holds it like this. Yeah. Okay? And it will literally tilt its head back. Oh, God, here we go. No, I'm not going to flip. He wants you to flip him backwards. Yeah, all right, here, let me flip him back on the couch. I don't want to hurt him. Okay, you ready? Wait. Okay. Only cat I've ever seen that wants to do backflips. Literally wants you to flip him. He will keep pushing his head back like that and trying to flip himself if you don't flip him. Yeah. Yes, I still remember that too.
And the famous interview that came with it.
Son. Because I got my head up my ass. Garth, why do you keep releasing shitty box sets? Because I have my head up my ass.
That's right.
That's one weird cat.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he knows about his tag.
Oh, I thought my internet was acting stupid there for a minute.
Oh. Okay.
Trust me, country fan.
No,
He knows
well,
all
you know,
about that word.
we should have seen this part of the stream coming, where we just kind of went downhill and talked about Garth and stupid box sets and getting ripped off. Because you started with probably, in my honest opinion, the greatest re-release box set in history. And that's how it's done. So, you know, it kind of had to go to, you know what, this is how you do a box set. This is not how you do a box set, Garth.
Yeah.
It had to go there.
I know, right? Because, you know, I mean, now, see, and here's something else that I was going to say. Now, if you're a band of any kind of clout and you've had some minimal of success in the world today, there has got to be like every show you go to, most bands record that show live on the sound system that they have there, and then it's, you know, offloaded onto however format they put it onto. They put it in a vault somewhere, and a lot of times they sit there, okay, until some day that they get the light of day and the match to get released. Okay, so you think about something. So I think about like all the shows that they played just in that tour alone. So there's got to be probably hundreds of other live shows out there. That probably, now some of them may not be as good as others as far as quality wise, because, you know, hell, you think about it, over the years. I mean, the album itself is 30 years old. So, I mean, some of those recordings probably weren't all that great. Probably, and if they wasn't using their own sound systems, a lot of them, or recording equipment, a lot of them was probably shit. They probably dug through all the ones that they could get that were really good and everything. And there's probably some shows out there that they may wind up doing later at special releases or whatever. And kudos to them if they do. My thing is this, right? So you take, for instance, and I'm just going to throw the name out there, Garth Brooks. You mean to tell me, out of all the shows that you've done in your, 20 plus year career or whatever it is, going on 30 maybe, I don't know exactly, but you mean to tell me that in all those concerts you've played, there's not audio versions of those out there anywhere? Hell, I'm pretty sure there's probably
video of the 90 tours.
That's what I'm saying. And there's audio, so there's got to be audio versions of those, because there's audio on the fucking video. Okay? So therefore you got that. Then I'm pretty sure that there's, and you think about all the shows that he records to, the songs that he has to get to put these live CDs together, like double live and triple live. He's not going to waste time just recording one fucking song here and there. No, he's going to record the whole fucking tour and go in and choose the best takes from whatever tour, whatever shows that he's plays. That, so let's say he has a 50-day tour, and let's say out of 50 times he plays All American Kid, let's say 10 times. Well, out of all those shows, he's going to take that one show and pick the best track out of all of them and put them on the album. Well, that track may not have been that great from the show, but the rest of the show might be fucking immaculate. So you just going to let this shit sit in vaults some fucking where, never see the fucking light of day, when you can release a box set like that? Hell, let me tell you something. You could go back and say, guess what? I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to release the first fucking album, remastered, just like that. But I'm going to release everything that I did as far as live videos, you know, music and everything from that fucking world tour or United States tour or whatever, right? Night Country Fan, you know what? I might be apt to buy that. Although I've already got the album, I would actually be apt to buy that because then guess what? You're getting all that extra content that you don't fucking have. No, can't do that. But I'll sure damn re-release fucking Thunder Rolls 100 fucking times without the third verse.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, come on, man. I mean, you can't tell me that there's not a version of that somewhere. And I'm not talking about just a demo version. I'm actually talking about an actual recorded version of him doing the Thunder Rolls with the third verse.
There is.
If there's not, then he's stupid.
No, there is.
Okay. So release the shit. People want to hear it. Even if you release it as a single, Garth,
never gonna
that people
happen.
can fucking buy. You think about something. You know, Metallica released those tracks on YouTube. They didn't do it because they looked at it like this. Okay, well, I mean, of course, you know, they have their own YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure their YouTube channel's monetized and all that. So they're still probably making money on it anyway. But here's the whole fact about it is, and even if they wasn't, you look at that. That right there is a marketing tool in itself. Because do you know how many bands that I've discovered through YouTube? And because I found their music on YouTube, I went out and bought their album or went out and bought a certain song because I really liked that song. YouTube and Facebook is one of the best fucking marketing tools out there. And it don't cost you a fucking thing. You think about it. Okay, yeah, so somebody hears the song, but here's the thing. Most people know good and damn well that if they hear a song somewhere, they're going to try to find their way to get it. And if your music is released on, like, say, Spotify or even Apple Music and stuff like that, people are more apt to go and buy the download than they are to do anything else. See, it's a great marketing tool, but Numbnuts can't do that because he has this fucking, like, almost like YouTube, like Trump, orange man bag kind of like thing, right? It's like, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, every other band on the planet uses YouTube to a certain extent. And yet, you have like some kind of like anti-fucking YouTube thing. But yet, you're talking about, oh, well, you know, I got to make money for the songwriters. I love that excuse, man. I'm telling you. Oh, my God. I love how Wild Bill and Trish are trying to give Garth Brooks ideas for his patches and new material he may release in the future. And Roberto is being the most realistic and is like, not going to happen. And yet they complain when he rehashes shit. LOL. Robert, no, what I'm trying to say is this. I wouldn't complain about a rehash or a re-release if it was done like that. You see what I'm saying? But you know Garth, he doesn't learn, man. Garth's the kind of guy that piss on an electric fence, right? And then go back tomorrow. Damn, that was a shocking experience. Let me try it again. Because he's fucking stupid like that.
I think there should be a rule for anyone who records music, all artists in any genre. You cannot release a song if there is not a way for the fans to buy that song.
Yep.
Exactly.
Just a single song, not the whole album, Garth.
But see, here's another thing that gets me too, though. Okay, so you're saying that an artist makes more money if they buy. So, okay, here's what I'm trying to get. So, if I write a song and Garth recorded it tomorrow, okay, and he says, "Oh, it's all about songwriting." So you mean to tell me, Garth, that I would make more money with you selling that song through album sales than I would of somebody buying it 10 million times on fucking like iTunes or wherever, or Amazon Music or whatever it is?
Not these days.
Okay. Most songwriters don't make, unless they're really good fucking songwriters, they don't make a lot of money. But I will say this: when you rehash shit as much as you have, them motherfuckers have got to be rich. So you can quit using that excuse that, oh, I'm doing it for the fucking songwriters.
Hell
I mean,
no,
damn, how many times?
bought them out.
I mean, how many times have you released the fucking Thunder Rolls already? I mean, shit.
As much as he loves money, he probably bought them out, so only he can make money from it.
I'm sorry, but Tony Arata is mega rich by now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of them guys make money off of songs that we don't even know that they've written. Because you really, honestly, you'll be surprised at how many people actually go through, and even when you buy an album and you get the booklet and it's got the lyrics and all that stuff, how many people actually realize that they go and look at the songwriters under the title of the song? Most people don't even think about that shit. I do, because I mean that stuff interests me or whatever. But you'll be surprised at people that don't and could care less, really. So, I mean, it's one of those things, but remember, Garth, this is a box set, okay? Not that shitty thing that you put out at Target.
That's a box set.
Okay? That you could have at least put like the fucking, what was it, the Yankee Stadium DVD in. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't do that. That's what you call a box set, man. Guess what, guys? Inside Studio G Monday night, I'm putting out the greatest box set ever. I'm putting it out ways that people can't even get it. That's never been done before. I mean, you'll be able to stream it on the moon.
That would not surprise me if he said something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll be getting little memory. You'll be getting what the hell they call them, SD cards with my music on it. Shit.
Yeah, he already thinks he's gonna be the first to play the moon.
Hope his ass floats away. Does that mean?
Nope.
Well, I will say this: Metallica's the only band to ever play all 7 continents.
Sweet.
Yeah, they've even played Antarctica.
Damn. Do they have management in all these countries that book their shows for them?
Most what it is they have a general management company, and what their management company does is they go out and they reach these different promoters. Now, yeah, they may have like maybe like a European tour manager or something like that, but they have the general management for what they do, and they do all the other contacts. But they have like people that they work with in these other countries that find venues and stuff like that for them to fucking play and stuff like that. So it's kind of like it's one big giant network, kind of.
Makes sense.
And see, like I said, and like I was telling you, that's just like with Eric Church. They have the same management company. Metallica manages. There's Q Prime Management, who manages Metallica, and then there's Q Prime South, which is they do like country artists like Eric Church, and I think they do a couple other artists too. I want to think they do a couple other country artists too. So basically, like the people that own that company, probably like that's probably the reason why Metallica, Eric Church, played that festival with Metallica, because they were like, hey, this is a good way to bring your music to other people, and so that's why he done that, so it was like, hey, and and if you notice, man, I mean, don't get me wrong, like Eric Church has a lot of ideas on how to bring music to people too. So I think a lot of that has to do with his management and all that stuff too. So, but like I said, see, here's another thing too, and one thing I like about Metallica is they don't surround themselves with yes people. If they're going to do something that somebody's like, hey, we don't think that's good for you to do, they'll listen. That doesn't mean that they still won't not do it, but at least the people that manage them have the balls to tell them not to do that. That's why they pay them to do. That's what they pay them for. Okay, the problem with Homeboy is he's surrounded by yes fuckers. Yes, this. Yes, that. Can I set your balls on fire? Yes, you can. If it fucking, sells more tickets or whatever, I mean, this dumb fucker, man, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, you can't sit there and surround yourself around fucking yes people, because all you're gonna do is just drive yourself into a fucking hole somewhere. That's why his fucking career is going down the fucking drain. He thinks he's smarter than what he thinks he is, but he ain't. Because let me tell you something. I don't care if COVID or not. You keep canceling tours on fucking people, and people gonna get to the point of, okay, well, I don't know if I want to buy tickets for this show because it might get fucking canceled.
I would have to agree.
So I mean, it's bullshit. Damn, I went all the way down to one person. Nice.
All that Garth talk.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, Garth probably got Samantha watching. You hear this guy talking shit about you, talking about your shitty box sets and stuff. Man, I'm telling you, they don't know what's good, what's not. They're like, look at all that stuff. Metallica just giving them fans all that kind of stuff. What's fucking wrong with them?
Well, I'm still here.
Right. Yeah. We got talking about Garth. She might have ran away.
I either fell asleep.
I know, right?
Yeah, we bored her to sleep.
I know.
Talking about Garth. Sorry, Elsa.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just think it's I think it's crazy. That's just me. Damn the devil, guys. Yep.
So, change the subject just for a minute.
Yep.
Okay. In the group, sorry, my thing turns here. In the group chat, I posted a picture of my hand.
Uh-huh.
That is what happens. That is the ending result of what happens when a rabbit gets the shit scared out of it because two cats are chasing it.
Yeah.
And that's what I woke up to this morning, was the two cats chasing the rabbit who had gotten out of his cage.
Oh.
And he couldn't get back in because my son, not realizing, because that's where the cage is at, is in my son's room, not realizing the rabbit was out somewhere, had shut his bedroom door. So I wake up to a I'm like, what the hell? And to start with, I'm like, okay, the cats are chasing each other. But then I was like, wait, that sounds like 3, not 2. I get up and they are chasing that rabbit all over the place. This tiny little rabbit and these 2 big old cats chasing it. And he keeps running into my room and then running back to my son's bedroom door and then running back to my room because it can't get in because his bedroom door is shut. When I finally managed to get between it and the cats and I reach to grab it, it jumps. I mean, it launches itself. And the first time it does it, it launches itself over my hand. Its foot caught my hand.
Oh.
It scratched the shit out of me. When I finally caught it, I had to hold it with both hands. A little tip in case you ever have a rabbit and it's little. I hold it against me with both hands and slide one hand up and put it over its little eyes. I don't know why, but for some reason that calms it, and then just talk in a calm voice to it.
Yep. Oh,
Anyway, ending result, I got scratched, but the rabbit's okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I thought it was. It is pouring the rain.
Oh, nice. So Elsa told me and said she lost connection and she's having a hard time getting back on, so she's going to call it a night or whatever. She told me to tell all y'all.
Oh,
good
okay.
night.
Well, all right. Well, sorry you can't get back in, Elsa, but should you see this, good night.
Yep. Yep. Night, Elsa.
Have a good night, and for goodness sakes, get some sleep.
That's right.
Oh, I got a message from my pharmacy today. I know that's an odd subject, but whenever I've got medicine ready, try that again. Screw it, I'm leaving it on the floor. Whenever I've got medicine ready, they message me to let me know it's ready. I got a message from them today letting me know that my orgasm medicine is ready.
Awesome. Nice.
And then I forgot to go pick it up. I was busy. I was making peanut butter candy.
Awesome.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Oh, now I'm down to 0.
Uh-oh.
Man, now we done bored Alvin to death.
Yep,
He said, screw it, I'm out of here. She's talking about orgasms.
that's right.
Oh, well. Orgy. Threesome.
That's right. Orgy
All right.
scorgy.
Oh, orgy is 6 or more, right? This is just a threesome. Kitty, do
Right.
not get in the window.
That's right.
Nope, Alvin's still here. YouTube's on crack these last few weeks. It don't know if they got any viewers or not, damn it.
All right.
YouTube, fix your viewer count, damn it.
I know. All right. Oh, I'm still here, guys. Black Album Remastered.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I guess we hit the end of the road tonight.
What's that?
I said, I guess we hit the end of the road tonight.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Don't seem like anybody's got much to say anymore.
Well, you know.
It's kind of hard to top that box set. Damn, that was huge.
I know, right?
Yeah. Now, that's sure as hell the way you do a good box set right there.
Yep. And I mean, you know, you think the vinyl in itself is damn, expensive in itself to do. I mean, like I said, it's, and what I don't get, and well, one thing too, they save themselves money because they have their own record, their own vinyl pressing thing too, so they can do all that at cheaper costs and all that. So that's kick ass. Yep.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Eric Church press his on?
He did it one time. I don't know if he still does or not, but I think he still does. And see, when you look at the vinyl, you know how like at the end of it where you have that space between where the label is and like the very last track where it spins and then the needle comes at the end and it lifts up and goes back. Well, inside those big wide grooves there, it says like pressed on the Metallica press or whatever it is.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's like, so they actually have their thing printed in there. So that's awesome. I mean, just what can you say? I mean, I knew that would be the highlight of the stream because there wasn't a whole lot to really I really didn't have a whole lot to talk about other than that, but I just wanted to bring the light out to those artists out there who seem to just can't get their heads out of their fucking ass. You know, and their loyal, brainwashed disciples or fans that they have that think they can't do no wrong because they're who they are. Well, you're not helping the cause any. Because as long as you keep doing that dumb shit and you keep fucking lapping up everything he puts out, he's gonna keep damn doing it. So yep, that's pretty much it. So I mean, I've got hours of content to go through and listen to and all that good stuff.
Yep.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, even if I never get to everything in that set, I mean, just having it and knowing that the band took time to go through all that, and because I mean, you got to think about something. You know, if those shows were recorded but they were never edited or, um, mastered and all that stuff, that's money spent. I mean, that's time. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff, man. You know, you got to think about it. So, in the end, how much are they really making off those box sets? I wouldn't think a whole lot. By the time all that, but I'm pretty sure they got ways of a call. Well, of course they do have their own studio, and they have their own warehouse, so they have this big old place in San Francisco called Metallica Headquarters. They have their offices there, they have their studio there, they have their fan club store there, everything. So it's like this big giant. So they could do all their recording and mastering and all that stuff, and it not really cost them a dime except for electricity and shit. So I mean, but it's still though it's if you're paying somebody to be there and doing all that stuff, that's still money coming out of their pocket. But you know. And the thing that really got me was, like, I'm just gonna bring this to the forefront, and I don't give a damn who hears me or not. But that was just like when Garth was supposed to have been editing or doing cuts for the Triple Live album, and he was like, "Hey, you think we can do All American Kid? Yeah, we can do that." So I had it under the impression that he had already had that recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, after all this stuff come out about how he's been putting out the Fun album and shit, then one of his last concerts of that tour or whatever, then he decides to record All American Kid.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, if you would have never let's say something would have happened and you would have had to cancel the rest of those dates, and you couldn't have recorded All American Kids, and therefore you lied to your fucking fans because you told them it was going to be on the fucking album.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I just think that's fucking funny. Oh well, they need to keep going down that same old road. It ends in the same place.
Yep.
But and I think the reason why, and I really think the reason why album sales are down as far as physical media and stuff is because one, I mean, and I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse on this, but artists just don't give their fans anything anymore. It's you get a CD, you get a cover, you get thing, and there's nothing really special or nothing about it, and you just kind of, there it is, and it's like most albums you don't even know what's out anymore unless you hear about it on YouTube or something like that, you know. So it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, you're hurting yourself by not by not advertising and all that shit. And like I said, if you're like Garth and you're damn anti YouTube, then how the hell are people supposed to know about your shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, YouTube and Facebook's one of the greatest fucking marketing tools on the planet if you do it right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But changing the subject, and I'm not going to go into a rant because
Do it.
but the league statute is officially down now, and I hope the fucking governor of Richmond the governor of Virginia is happy, because no matter how many statues that you take down, you can't hide the fact that there's a picture of you out there with blackface. So you can sit there and cater to the masses all the fuck you want to, but in the end, you're just manipulating the popularity just to get votes because you really don't care. But you're gonna act like you really give a shit, talking about all the Confederate monuments are down now. The history that we want to be known in Virginia is the history of 2021. Really?
Yep.
Okay. No.
Maybe I should do blackface.
Seems to get you places these days.
What'd you say, Robert?
I said it seems to get you places these days.
No, that's right.
Now, if I just painted my face black, I've never done blackface, so I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. But as long is it just my face, or should I do my whole body, or would anybody notice that I had blackface if I was completely naked?
Probably not.
Probably not. Maybe I should test that theory.
Mm. But yeah, it's crazy. Awesome. But yeah, I mean, so that was the only other news I really had. And true, I bet Carl hasn't even gained any new fans in the last 5 or 10 years or so. Probably not. But
fans when you're killing them all with Hootab.
and the whole thing I was going to say, I was telling somebody earlier, I think I was telling my brother earlier, I said, the funny thing about it is they're going to take the statue down. And the truth is, what did they accomplish? Nothing. They say, oh, well, I drive by, people drive by that statue every day and it reminds them of slavery and everything and all that. Well, first of all, you remind yourself of slavery every day because you can't let it go. Second of all, it's ingrained in your fucking thoughts and in your mind and all that shit. You use it as a fucking crutch. So a statue is not going to change that. And if it really meant that the black race would, if it really changed things like it changed all the gang violence and gang shootings and drive-bys and stuff like that, and if it really changed that and made a difference and made their race, made it better for their race all around, I'd be like, yeah, take it down. But it ain't going to change shit. Virginia today is going to be Virginia tomorrow. And what they do today is going to be the same thing they do tomorrow. And I'm just going to make this publicly straight out. Like I said, because I'm not getting in a rant on this. The only reason they're doing that, and the only reason they're doing any of this, is to stick it to the white folks, and especially the southern white folks. That's the only reason they're doing it. Because they know that some of us, it really gets to us because we're true Southerners and we're true people of heritage and know what our history is truly about. We know that our history is not written in some fucking stupid ass textbook that these woke fuckers teach you about. And so they know that when they do shit like that, it gets to us and it sticks. And that's their way of even if it's a small, minute victory for them, they're going to get what they get. And that's how they look at it. So go ahead and have your little small, minute victory. Because really, in the end, you might get those little small, minute victories. But when I turn on the TV in the morning and a person been shot in fucking Charlotte, what good the fucking statue coming down to? Not a fucking thing. There you go.
Preach it.
That's it.
That's it. It's done. Stick a fork in it.
I don't have a fork. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe I do. I might have a plastic one over there somewhere.
The man has spoken. There's no debating.
That's
right. Well, guys, I tell you what. There's nobody else watching.
We gotta go till 10. Gotta make it 4 hours.
And I'm fixing to go 2 more minutes, but I figured y'all want to a little bit later on. We might do a video chat or something.
Sure.
Y'all up for that? But
I'm still watching though.
But I figured, hey, I know you're still watching, Alvin, and I appreciate you sticking around. I really do. But I just figured, hey, I accomplished what I wanted to, and there's really not a whole lot to talk about, so I figured I'd go ahead and end the stream at 2 hours, and people can do whatever they want to do.
That's right.
Yeah, ready. Right. And remember, Taylor's rocks, man, and Garth sucks, man. Exactly. Well, I don't know about the first one, but I agree with the second one.
Hashtag Free Britney.
He had to check himself.
Free Britney.
Free the tatas.
And as Alvin says, or as Robert says, free the tatas. Or
I
Freedom
would, but
Twins. Fucking ass. That's right. Yeah. So, well, we're at the 2 hour mark. So, y'all want to say y'all's goodbyes? All that
Sure.
good stuff.
Who's going first?
It don't matter. Either one.
All right, well, good night, and remember, Taylor sucks, man.
That's right.
all right. Well, thank you, Wabill, for letting me join you on screen. And
Yep.
I freaking love that box set.
Thank you.
I will be back tomorrow, maybe in blackface, maybe not.
All right.
Over on my regular channel. You'd should if I really did, wouldn't you? But that is going to do it for me for now. This is Ice Pits Queen co-leader. Just stay horny, my friends. And I am tripping out.
Awesome. Well, again, I want to thank everybody that showed up. Thank everybody that watched. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing, and I hope that you enjoy this content. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. And so thanks to everybody for showing up, and maybe we'll do this again sometime. All righty. That's it. So everybody have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Hashtag free the tatas.
That's right. Free the tatas.
Oh, yeah. Good night, Alvin.
Night. And